Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Chili Implement pregame show. Chili Implement, your local Kubota dealer here in central Wisconsin, located just west of Marshfield for all your sales, service, parts, and everything you need to your local Kubota dealer, whether it's on the farm or getting rid of the nasty snow that's out there. Check out Chili Implement, again, located just west of Marshfield. A big weekend at Zaleski Sports this weekend. It is girls basketball regional semifinals and finals. 11 games in total you'll find at ZaleskiSports.com. Live highlights. We'll run the gamut of it. We're here in Mosney now as we get ready for Mosney girls regionals here this weekend. But you'll see action all over central Wisconsin, including Wisconsin Rapids, both Assumption and Lincoln, Neillsville, Loyal, Columbus Catholic, and others. It's a big weekend here at Zaleski Sports, and we're excited to have you along for the ride. Make sure to tell all your friends, neighbors, and strangers about live sports and the highlights. Just send them a note on your local and favorite social media, and let them know that live sports and highlights are always available and always free at ZaleskiSports.com. Again, such a big weekend. Myself, Dan Ross, Steve Maves, and a whole host of others, Larry Hazer, and many others, bringing you all the action from across the area all weekend long, all Friday and Saturday. And of course, we also have sectional final hockey in Mosney as Rhinelander and Lakeland get together. That's Saturday at 5 o'clock. Winner goes to state, and that'll be live at ZaleskiSports.com. And then you'll find me Saturday calling Division III wrestling state finals over in Wausau East. And you can check out WIAA.org for more information on how to watch D3 wrestling. Again, it's state wrestling, and I will be on the call for that all day on Saturday. Plus everything else that we're doing across the area. It's really ridiculous. It is what it is, but we're glad to do it, and glad you all get to enjoy it. Again, this has been the Chili Implement pregame show. Chili Implement, your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin, located just west of Marshfield for all your sales, service, and parts, whether it's on the farm or getting rid of the snow outside. Chili Implement will get you taken care of. Your game is coming up next.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
Good evening and welcome to Wisconsin Rapids Assumption High School. We get you ready for regional final basketball action here tonight as the #1 seed Assumption Royals take on the #2 seed Loyal Greyhounds. Good evening, everyone. Steve Maves alongside Kevin Bargander here in Wisconsin Rapids. Again, the Assumption Royals coming off of a big win last night over the Greenwood Indians, 75-29. The Loyal Greyhounds in comeback fashion, kinda, against Columbus Catholic last night, 52-28. Caitlin Linder, Kayla Bremer, and Savannah Schley led the way for Loyal. Caitlin with 16, Kayla Bremer with 9, Savannah Schley with 4 for the Loyal Greyhounds. The Assumption Royals led in large part by INR Sans Rosas last night, 27 points, 5 3-pointers for the junior. The winner will head to sectionals next Thursday. We had an upset earlier on today down in Elroy as the Royal Panthers got walloped by the Highland Cardinals 57-33 down in Royal. So the Royal Panthers, the #1 seed in the sectional, have been defeated in this 2021 postseason. That was a game where the Highland Cardinals just jumped out in front. That game started at 4 o'clock this afternoon because of the nasty weather in the southwestern part of the state. The Assumption Royals have won 9 of 12 have won their last 9 of 12 games, have won 8 of 10 in 2021. The Loyal Greyhounds started 7-0 this season. They got up pretty high in their rankings this year in the Division 5 state rankings. But then before their wins against Gilman and Columbus Catholic to finish off the year, they had lost 4 of 5 games and finished second in the Clover Belt East against a very good Neelsville Warriors team. Neelsville in action tonight, taking on Osseo Fairchild. We'll have updates throughout the night right here at Zaleski Sports of games around the area. Iowa Scandinavia is up at Auburndale. We've got this game, of course, to see if we can check in from Alma Center or Alma Lincoln. They are taking on Independence. We'll see if we can connect that game for you. And Amherst is taking on Wittenberg Burnhamwood. So a lot of good basketball games tonight. Obviously, if you make it to this point, you are a pretty good basketball team. So again, after this one, the winner will head to sectionals. Those are going to be reseeded tomorrow, and they will be released later on tomorrow afternoon, as Zaleski Sports will be the first place to find them. And we will make sure, again, no matter what, no matter if Assumption wins, no matter if Loyal wins here tonight, we will travel with the Royals or the Greyhounds on Thursday, because we had another upset last night. The Medford Red Raiders taking down the Mosinee Indians in a regional semifinal action last night, 55-52. The Medford Red Raiders knocked off the Mosinee Indians twice this year, both in Mosinee. So a team that we were planning on following, the Mosinee Indians, have been eliminated, and so that frees us up to be able to go wherever Assumption or Loyal will head next Thursday. Again, teams left in this bracket in the Division 5 area. Wazeeka Steuben is taking on Lafarge, and Royal obviously already lost to Highland. And another one was Alma Center Lincoln taking on Independence. So a lot of basketball game as they get the ball stuck right before the game starts. So we're going to have to get that knocked down before we tip off or enter in here tonight. Again, should be a good one. Loyal and Assumption from the Lions Den here at Assumption High School. We'll step aside and let Phil Hartley take us through our national anthem and starting lineups here from Wisconsin Rapids. Again, a big showdown. Regional final. Sit back, relax, and enjoy here on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Assumption High School for today's game, regional final, featuring the Greyhounds of Loyal and the Assumption Royals. Assumption Royal and WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attending interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all those in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask that those who are able to stand, please do so. Remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, join the singing of our national anthem, led this evening by Assumption Junior, Izzy Yador, Assumption Senior, Maria Hartley.
just didn't know if it would change from yesterday. As always, I'd like to thank Phil Hartley for our opening ceremonies before the game we get here tonight. Coach Klein had to retrieve the basketball that was stuck above the basket, as it'll be Assumption in their home whites, Loyal in their away maroon uniforms. As Assumption will start with the basketball here, the home team starting left to right as we get underway here tonight. Should be a good one. Again, sit back, relax, and enjoy regional final action from Assumption High School exclusively right here at Zaleski Sports. Sayonara. Oh, that's why. All right. Now we're back. Yeah, all right. Still had the external mic on. There we go. INR with it now. Swings over to Jesse Grundhofer. Top of the key. Grundhofer just off the mark. Bremer with the rebound for Loyal. Again, Assumption jumped out to such a quick lead last night and kept it. And now it's going to be tipped away. Schley recovers it for the Greyhounds. Swings it over to the right side. Good student noise. Good student crowd noise. Back to the top of the key. As Parashik, with it. Back over to Schley, hands it off. Picks up her dribble, free throw line, top of the key. Thought about it, back over to Parashik. Throws it over. Caitlin Linder, back over to Parashik, and nearly stolen away. Still fought for, and Loyal is able to regain it. Linder throws it in the hands of Ionara, fights for it, and it's going to be out of bounds to Assumption. .46 to go. Again, full court pressure put on by Loyal. Going to be knocked out of bounds, staying with the Royals. Working left to right, just underway here in Wisconsin Rapids. Give you a breakdown of the history between these two teams. It has been crazy in the last about 10 years. Played each other, obviously, in the Cranberry Classic a number of times. This is their 5th meeting in the postseason since 2012. 2013 season. INR over to Jesse Grundhofer, looking down to Emily Bone. Kicks it back over to INR. She had 5 3-pointers last night. Bone back over to INR, gets into the free throw line, dribbles all the way in, throws it. It's going to be a travel on INR and a turnover on Assumption. Something we did not see a whole lot last night. A lot of ball pressure put on by Greenwood. Schley back over to Lidner. And nearly poked away, and Kristen Casey read it like a book, and she lays it in. The Royals are on the board. Back and forth they went, and Kristen Casey able to come away with the steal. Bremer swings it around. Lidner goes baseline underneath to Bremer. She traveled with it, and a turnover back to the Royals. Good crowd on hand here in Wisconsin Rapids. Again, full court pressure put on by Loyal. Assumption looking to reach a sectional, failed to last year. 3-pointer, Ionara, got it! Ionara San Rosas for 3. 5-0 Royals. She starts off right where she ended last night. Kristen Casey, another steal. Back over to Casey, down to Emily Bone. Back over to Sammy Nelson. Kristen, a line drive pass, touched by Kylie Bremer. But it's going to stay, or it's going to go back to Loyal. Looks like it was tipped by Bremer. And a quick substitution. Tylee Brecht checks in. 5-0 Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. We also have Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. They are taking on Eau Claire North. We'll have a score update from Lincoln as well. Lidner with it. Steps on Sammy Nelson. Back over to Lidner. Left wing. Kicks it around. Brecht on the right, top of the circle. Lidner swings it around to Schley. She goes baseline, steps through. Three-pointer Tylee Brecht in left short. Rebounded by Emily Bone. Sammy Nelson up to Ayanara. Ayanara looking up. An early indication of what Assumption wants to do. Run, run, run. And they got the athletes to do it. Kristen Casey goes up. She's going to get fouled on the ground. And a good take for the sophomore who draws the foul. .46 to go. Mike Reith, the head coach for the Loyal Greyhounds. Underneath to Jesse Grunhofer, perfect read. She can't finish. Rebound tipped away by Bremer, and then Bone. Good hands by Emily Bone. Ayanara goes left baseline, swings it over to Sammy Nelson. Talked to Sammy last night. One game at a time for the Royals. Back over to Ayanara, looking down to Kristen Casey. Jesse Grunhofer, top of the key. Back over to Sammy Nelson, left wing. Looking down to Emily Bone. She gets double teamed from behind. Right hand, left short, rebounded by Bremer. 5-0 Royals, 14-15 to go, first half. Savannah Schley and Ayanara is going to be a great matchup all night. Lidner back over to Schley. All the way across, and Brecht comes away with it. She steps through, goes to the ground. A lot of contact. Ball still on the ground. And Loyal's got numbers. Schley steps through on Bone, gets blocked, but she'll go to line for two. Savannah Schley, good take for Loyal. These two teams are supposed to meet up on January 30th. Got canceled, part of Assumption's quarantine. Again, these two teams have met 10 times. This is meeting number 11. First one for Schley is perfect. Savannah shoots 62% from the line. Izzy Youngworth, Kayla Kirkman check in. Courtney Rakovic checks in. Another Greyhound did as well, as Schley misses that one. Fought for. Ball's on the floor, and it's going to be a foul on Loyal on the rebound. That's going to be a foul on Natasha Telek. Izzy Youngworth to inbound. 5-1 Royals. 4 minutes gone by here in the opening half. Youngworth inbounds it. Looking to turn. Got to turn the camera. There we go. Ayanara dribbling against Lidner. One-handed pass over to Kayla Kirkman. Down to Emily Bone. Bone back over to Kirkman. Let it fly. Kayla three-pointer. Too strong. And a foul on Kristen Casey on the rebound. 13:36 to go. 5-1 Assumption on top. Again, Loyal fell behind early. Loyal fell behind early last night against Columbus Catholic. Came away with a huge win coming out in the second half. As Schley is going to get called for the carry. No, a foul on Assumption. That's going to be Ayanara with the foul. As Schley was stepping through, carried the basketball, but she got pushed on the move. Bremer, right baseline. Swings it around. Top of the key, Savannah Schley. Dribbles it in over to Brecht. Back over to Savannah Schley, down to Bremer as she lost full control of the basketball. Right hand up and in, too easy for Telek, who averages 3.5. Ayanara with it now, working on Caitlin Linder. Top of the key, picks up her dribble over to Izzy Youngworth. Kayla Kirkman skips it back up to Izzy Youngworth, top of the key, over to Ayanara. Ayanara on the left wing. Emily Bone, top of the key. Emily hit a three on Monday against Stratford. Quick ball movement here for the Royals. Izzy Youngworth with it. Emily Bone, free throw line. Over to INR, working on Caitlin Linder. 12.5 to go, 5-3 Assumption. Smooth moving first couple of minutes. Kirkman down to Emily Bone. She gets double teamed and lost control of it. Back over to Kirkman. Kirkman over to Ionara. Left baseline. Takes it all the way. Right hand too strong. Rebounded by Schley. Savannah's going to be picked up by Ionara right away. Ionara's got to be careful. She's got a foul already. Kicks it all the way up to the top of the key. Swings it around. Brecht on the right wing. Couple of Royals getting ready to check in. Bremer, good pass. Casey knocks it away. And it's going to be out of bounds, staying with Loyal. $11:57 to go. Grundhofer and Bone back into the game at the same time. Kendall Dillman checks in as well. And Loyal will sub in number 10, McKenna Schley. Looking, good pass, 15-foot line. Pull-up jumper left way short. Izzy Youngworth comes away with the rebound. Youngworth dribbling, no INR in the game right now. Got to set up a primary ball handler. Down to Emily Bone, back over to Izzy Youngworth. She lets the three fly, too strong. Rebounded by Kendall Dillman. Good rebound by the freshman. Izzy Youngworth down to Emily Bone. She goes right baseline, right up and in. Emily Bone for two. Saw that last night a couple times where she got one-on-one and took full advantage of her height. Emily Bone knocks it away. Another steal for the Royals. Izzy Youngworth up to Kendall Dillman. Hands it off to Izzy Youngworth, right baseline. Over to Kendall Dillman. She's going to get called for the travel. Took an extra step, 7-3, 11:13 to go. Back to Wisconsin Rapids. Timeout Loyal. Back right after this.
When you want to win, you look for an expert. When you want an expert to look after your vehicle, you do the same. Sherrill Tire and Service Center will treat you with respect and remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you understand what you need.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. The Assumption Royals 7 and the Loyal Greyhounds 3 just underway here in Wisconsin Rapids. 11:13 to go, actually, so not really just underway. Malia Colo, checks in for Emily Bone. Good first 7 minutes for Emily. As Savannah Schley gets double-teamed right along the sideline. Coach Reith didn't like that, and an offensive foul on Savannah Schley. Good take by Jessie Grundhofer. That might be Savannah's. No, that's her first foul. Kendall Dillman up to Kayla Kirkman and right into the hands of Savannah Schley. Savannah has it, takes it all the way. Hand checking foul on the Royals. That's going to be team foul number 4 on Assumption with 10:57 to go. Kendall Dillman picks up the foul. Schley looking to inbound, still looking, and finds an outlet in Tylee Brecht. Tylee with it, swings it back around to Savannah Schley, top of the key. 7-3 Royals, and Izzy Youngworth comes away with the steal. Nobody in front of her, got to hurry with Savannah Schley behind her. Offensive rebound by Kayla Kirkman. She's going to get fouled on Loyal. Foul's going to go on number 20, Natasha Telek, who picks up her second foul. Kylie Bremer will check back in for Loyal. 10:42 to go. Izzy Youngworth inbounding it. Jessie Grundhofer back over to Kirkman. Kirkman over to Youngworth. Down to Jessie Grundhofer. Back over to Izzy Youngworth. Jessie Grundhofer right side. Back over to Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman over to Youngworth. Down to Grundhofer. She gets double teamed. Back over to Youngworth. Finds Malia Colo. Back over to Youngworth. Izzy three-pointer. Bit too strong, knocked out of bounds, and a foul on Malia Colo. 10:18 to go here in the first half. Team foul number 5 on Assumption. .10:18 left. 7-3 Assumption. Again, it's not like they haven't, either team has had good opportunities, both sides. Kicks it back out, three-pointer right side, bit short, fought for. Kayla Kirkman gets it knocked out of bounds, and it'll go with Assumption. Score from Neillsville. Neillsville knocked off Stratford last night, 53-52. They're up, Neillsville's up 17-9 over in Neillsville against the Thunder. Can appreciate everyone tuning in here tonight. Ionara with it, swings around over to Izzy Youngworth. Emily Bone checked in on the last dead ball. Emily's got it now, working on Bremer. Jesse, three-pointer, top of the key, and got it. Jesse Grundhofer hits a big three-pointer, and the Royals up 10-3. That is a big, big confidence booster for Jesse Grundhofer. Savannah Schley with it now, steps through, down and kicks it out. Three-pointer right side, Lindner, nothing but air. It'll go back to the Royals. Kristen Casey checks back in. And Sammy Nelson checks in. 9:24 to go, 10-3 Assumption. Starters back in for the Royals. Ionara with it now at the half-court line. Dribbles all the way, hands it off to Jessie Grundhofer. She steps through, right hand. She's going to get called for the travel. She doesn't agree with it, but can't take it back. So 9:14 to go, 10-3 Royals. Again, Ionara with a foul. Kristen Casey with a foul, and Jessie Grundhofer steals it away. Left hand for Jessie, and timeout taken by the Loyal Greyhounds. 9:04 to go. Back to Wisconsin Rapids right after this.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
12-3 Assumption here halfway through this first half. And Coach Reith took his second timeout of the half. Savannah Schley with it now, dribbling it around. Picks up her dribbling right in the hands of Emily Bone. Emily finds Ionara and throws it away. Miscommunication by the Royals. Loyal with it now. Schley hands it off to Lindner. One-handed bounce pass to Proshik. Back over to Schley. Again, Savannah was held to 4 points last night against Columbus Catholic. Savannah has it, dribbling it around and blocked by Bone, but she'll pick up her second foul, I believe. That'll be Emily's second foul. Schley will go back to line for 1-and-1. Something that she was able to obviously avoid last night against Greenwood. She didn't play a whole lot because of the score. As Malia Colo checks in for Emily Bone with 8:31 to go, 12-4. Assumption on top. Schley looking for point number 3 is up, and it's too strong, and rebound taken offensively. No box out by Malia Colo. Schley with it now, hands off to Lindner. Caitlin had 16 last night. She was the Zaleski Sports Player of the Game and a travel on Tylee Brecht. .8:21 remaining. Again, pressure has been put on by Loyal this whole game so far. In the backcourt, INR with it, working on Caitlin Linder. Across the timeline, left to right. Assumption averaging 52.5 points a game, only giving up 41. INR all the way, gets it poked away and pushed up. And Savannah Schley will take it all the way, and she's going to get fouled and the basket. That is a bad foul on Malia Colo. If nobody's near you, and Malia picks up her second foul. Not a foul you can have. Schley at the line for +1. And it's off the mark. 2 for 5 so far here in the game for Savannah Schley. INR over to Kristen Casey. Gets it poked away momentarily. Sammy Nelson with it on the right wing. Back over to INR. INR back over to Sammy Nelson. Jesse Grundhofer top of the key, working on Kylie Bremer. She steps through. She's going to get fouled and go to line for 2. Good strong take by Jesse Grundhofer, and the 5'10 senior is going to have to step up here now with 7:38 to go. And her teammate Emily Bone on the bench with 2 fouls. Bremer picks up her first. Jesse's first one is off. 7:38 to go. Again, ever since they've come back from this quarantine, Jesse Grundhofer has struggled from the free throw line. Second one for Jess is off, 0 for 2, and Malia Colo almost picked up her third foul. And a bad pass by Savannah Schley and a turnover to Assumption. And Malia Colo's got to be smart on those rebounding attempts to just knock it away, because Loyal is in the bonus the rest of the half. INR with it now, left, back over to Kristen Casey. Grundhofer top of the key, over to INR. Sands Rosas with it on the left wing, gets a screen. Dribbling against Loyal. Malia Colo top of the key, back over to INR, left wing. Grundhofer top of the key, Coach Klein yelling out a play. 7 minutes to go, first half, 12-6, Assumption on top. Back over to Colo over to Casey. INR on the left wing, good ball movement here for the Royals. Grundhofer takes the dribble, picks it up over to Sammy Nelson. Swings it around over to Grundhofer, right wing. INR atop of the key. Working against Caitlin Linder. She's going to get double teamed momentarily. And Grundhofer with it again. 6.5 to go. First half. Nice move. INR, a floater, got it. INR's got 5. Assumption up 8. Schley goes along the sidelines all the way down and able to miss the layup. Colo comes away with the rebound. INR pushing it all the way. Back over to Kristen Casey. INR right wing. Back over to Kristen Casey, left side. Sammy Nelson looking down to Jesse Grundhofer. Gets it to Jess. Working on Bremer. She gets double teamed. Kristen Casey over to INR. INR steps all the way through, left hand, and lays it in. INR with 7, Royals up 10. Schley with it and gets double teamed along the sideline. She's going to step through, and Coach Reith will take a timeout. See how long it is. We might keep it here. And it is going, no indication yet. 30-second timeout. We keep it right here. Here from Rapid Sheet Metal. Nobody enjoys being without comfort, even more so on the coldest time of the year, and that is coming up. Hard to believe. It was awful this last week, awful last weekend. Supposed to be absolutely dangerous tomorrow and Monday. So if you have any issues, call Rapid Sheet Metal. When your furnace is giving you trouble, give the pros at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace service in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble, and we'll get the comfort working again rapidly. Call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling, 715-301-0256 and visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. Again, the pressure so far for Assumption has been as good as it has been for much of this year against this Loyal team. That's the third timeout taken by Coach Reith here in the first half. And throws it away. That's kind of like a quarterback throwing it into quadruple coverage. And Ayanara misstepped. Make sure she's all right. She's holding the back of her leg. Gets called for a travel. McKenna Schley with it, back over to Savannah, working from right to left. 16-6, 5:15 to go. And that one got poked away again. Again, they're trying to do that cross-court pass from the top to the opposite post. And Assumption with some good hands early on, or on the last couple of possessions. Pull-up jumper, too strong, rebounded by Colo. And Ayanara comes away with it for the Royals. Left to right we go, 1-on-3, and she dribbles it out. Smartly, Kristen Casey looking down to Malia Colo. Grundhofer top of the key. 5 minutes to go, first half, 16-6 Assumption. Grundhofer, right wing, down to Kristen Casey. Down to Malia Colo, beautiful pass, blocked, offense rebound, Casey, she can't get it. Another offense rebound, she's going to get fouled and go to line for two. Kristen Casey is coming in at 5'5", getting the job done in the post. Casey will go to line for 2 free throws. First one for Kristen is good. Only shoots 67% from the line. She doesn't get there a whole lot, as Malia Colo will check out. Aspen Hagen checking in on the next dead ball. 1 for 2 from Casey, 17-6 Royals with 4.5 to go. Savannah Schley with it now. Over to McKenna Schley, in and out of the hands, and Assumption with the basketball. Kristen Casey down to Jesse Grundhofer. Izzy Youngworth may have taken an extra step backwards. 4:15 to go, first half. San Rosas with it. Back over to Youngworth, to Grundhofer, just right of the circle. Ayanara against Caitlin Linder. Sammy Nelson over to Jesse Grundhofer, right wing. Dribbles it in, over to Kristen Casey. Casey over to Ayanara. 4 minutes gone by. Long possessions here for the Royals. Good move, Sammy Nelson. She throws it, passes it over to Ayanara, working on Caitlin Linder. She steps through, right hand, up and in. My, oh my, Ayanara. She's got 9 here in the first half. She had 22 in the first half last night. 22 of the 40. Caitlin Linder with it. Again, trying to go cross court to the opposite post, and Assumption just able to knock it away. A couple of Greyhounds check in with 3:38 to go, 19-6 Assumption. Again, at halftime, we'll get you a halftime scoring and updates throughout the WIAA Girls Regional. Savannah Schley, three-pointer, top of the key, and knocks it down. 19-9 now. Ayanara with it. 3:20 to go. Picks up her dribble over to Kristen Casey. Izzy Youngworth, Grundhofer steps through, right hand, couldn't quite finish, fought for, and Loyal comes away with it. Savannah Schley goes sidelines down low to Hagen, and she's going to get called for the travel. And Coach Reith can't believe it. 3:03 remaining in the first half, and timeout taken by Coach Klein. 30-second timeout as we hear from Draxler Transport. Draxler has flatbed driving opportunities that pay you a 5 cent per mile premium over van. At Draxler Transport, drivers are always home for their requested time off. Draxler Transport is a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today. Again, we'll see if we can get you some scores from around the WIAA here as, look at that, Asio up 25-22 now. 25-22 with under a minute to go on Neilsville. Got some other games pulled up on the computer that we will check at halftime, including Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln hosting Eau Claire North for a regional final. The Lincoln ladies have been outstanding this year. Kristen Casey gets it poked away. They'll stay with the Royals with 3 minutes to go. Izzy Youngworth inbound. Now back across the court. Jessie Grundhofer more than capable of handling the ball, and she does so easily, crossing the timeline with 2:50 to go. 19-9 Assumption. Ayanara with it. Picks up her dribble. You got to move. Hands it off to Kristen Casey. On the right side, over to Youngworth. Back over to Kristen Casey, down to Jessie Grundhofer. Right hand, up and in. Good strong move by Jess. She's got 7. 21-9. Schley over to Lindner. Lindner swings it back around near side. And an offensive foul extending that left arm. Easy call. Again, that's one that Loyal does not like, but she extended that arm, and it was a easy call for the official. Izzy Youngworth is going to throw it away, and it'll be back to Loyal. Savannah Schley with it. Across the timeline, 2:05 to go. Izzy Youngworth comes away with the steal. One-handed pass up to Ayanara. She Euro steps up and in. Ayanara having another fantastic first half. She's got 11. Under 2 minutes to go, 23-9 Assumption. With it now, swings it back around. She traveled with it. Before the foul, she traveled with the basketball, picked up that back leg, and a good eye by the official to the near side. 1:48 to go. Again, you can rip on the officials as much as you want, but they are better angles than everybody else in the stands or in the gym. And that was a good call. Both of them the officials looked at each other, confirmed. 100 seconds to go in the first half. Grundhofer with it now. Dribbles it in, and she's going to get fouled, and will go to the line for 2 more free throws. Again, Assumption being very aggressive offensively when they need to. Back it off when they need to. They've had long possessions at times. 93 seconds to go in the first half. Assumption up 23-9. First one for Grundhofer is good. Again, she had that confidence-building three-pointer to start the basketball game. And went 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Sammy Nelson checks out. And the second one for Grundhofer's off. Offense rebound by Izzy Youngworth. Kayla Kirkman with it now over to Ayanara. Good hustle by Iz. And Izzy, one of the few players that didn't score last night, but she had some fantastic minutes for the Royals. Youngworth swings around to Kirkman. Kirkman top of the key to Grundhofer. Good shot fake there by Jess. Back over to Kirkman on the right side. Youngworth top of the key. And she's going to take an extra jump with that. 1:09 to go in the first half. 24-9, Assumption on top. Again, winner heads to sectionals next Thursday. Location and opponent to be determined. That will all be figured out tomorrow. Schley with it now. Dribbles and a push on Izzy Youngworth. Savannah Schley will go to the line for 1 and 1. First one for Schley is off the mark. She has struggled from the free throw line here tonight. Rebound by Youngworth, 24-9. As much as you don't want to foul, that was a relatively good foul by Izzy Youngworth. Grundhofer top of the key against Bremer. Swings around to Ionara. Three-pointer lets it fly and knocks it down. Ionara, 3 more. Man, oh man. She has been on fire in the first half the last 2 games. With it now. And going to get fouled. And Alyssa will go to the line for 1 and 1. The sophomore averaging less than a point a game. Jess just picking up her first foul with 33 seconds to go. Alyssa's first one is off the mark, rebounded by Kayla Kirkman. It's one thing that has haunted the Loyal here so far in the first half has been their free throw shooting. 25 seconds to go. Ionara with it again. Left to right we work. 27-9 Assumption on top. Ionara picks up her dribble. Back over to Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman gets it knocked away, and Linder comes away with it. One-handed pass to Schley. She steps all the way. Right hand counted on the foul. Savannah Schley keeping the Loyal in this basketball game. Foul goes on Kirkman. Her first, team's 10th or 11th. Schley for the and one. It is up and it is left short. Kayla Kirkman with it. 5 seconds to go. Ionara with it. Ionara lets it fly. Three-pointer and off the mark, and that will end our first half here from Wisconsin Rapids. Is the Assumption Royals 27 and the Loyal Greyhounds 11. We'll hear from our sponsors. Come back and get you ready for half number 2 from Wisconsin Rapids right here on Zaleski Sports.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us number 1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Citizens State Bank of Loyal is your independently owned community bank with locations just a short drive or walk from where you work and live. Citizens State Bank of Loyal invites you to a banking relationship that will always put you first. Personal, business, and agricultural services provided by people that live just across town and around the corner. At Citizens State Bank of Loyal, we pride ourselves in our involvement in the communities we serve. See us today in Neelsville, Marshfield, Spencer, Granton, and Loyal. Citizens State Bank of Loyal, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the director at Little Sprouts. Little Sprouts has been a real great community. It's very family friendly. It feels like a big family to me, and being the new director here, I felt very welcomed into the family. I like the smaller family. Everybody knows everybody, and you all get to know everybody in the center, and we do family activities and much of a family atmosphere.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic schools. Built on family values and reinforced by faith, our schools foster academic excellence and prepare students for lifelong success. Smaller class sizes, individualized support, and diverse opportunities provides for a well-rounded education. Schedule a tour and find out if you qualify for financial assistance or free tuition with Wisconsin Parental Choice. Visit us today at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic Schools.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.
Pictures that Robin Austin is on there. She takes the pictures, and I was looking at them. Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids as the Assumption Royals out to a 27-11 lead here tonight. First, we'll go through some first half scoring, and then we'll get you some updates from around the Zaleski Sports Network. First, Savannah Schley for Loyal with 2, and Natasha Telek, Savannah Schley with 9, Natasha Telek with 2. That's 11 for Loyal. For the Assumption Royals, Krista Casey with 3. Ayan Arsens Hirosas, another huge first half with 14. Jesse Grundhofer with 8, and Emily Bone with 2. Emily back in some more foul trouble with 2 fouls. Osseo Fairchild is up 29-24 on Neelsville. Auburndale up 30-16 on Iowa Scandinavia at halftime. And Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln up 32-25 on Eau Claire North. If you have other scores to report, we'll be happy to read them for you. Just type into the chat box, and we will read those for you. And also, let us know where you're watching from. We have a lot of people tuning in here tonight, as thought that we would. So let us know where you're watching from and which which group of ladies that you're cheering on here tonight. Assumption looked pretty good in that first half. Loyal, free throws, kicking them in the butt in the first. 2 of 8 from the free throw line. Savannah Schley with those 2, but she was also 2 of 6 from the line. Assumption not doing any better. Jesse Grundhofer, 1 of 4, and Kristen Casey, 1 for 2. So is that 2 of 6 from the line for the Assumption Royals. 90 seconds before we get the second half underway. Again, these two teams have met each other 10 times, dating back to 2012-2013. This is the 5th time now, and the 11th time overall that they have met in the playoffs. First half going not quite as we had thought. Loyal came in. Savannah Schley, the leading scorer for Loyal, 16 points a game. But Assumption doing a nice job defensively in that first half. As we bring Kevin in here, give us a little analysis before second half gets underway.
Yeah, I mean, they did a really great job of, exploiting Loyal's kind of sloppy passing and really just reading the passes was huge. There were a few times where Loyal had some open girls, but the passes were high, and, that takes extra time to catch it and then bring that down. And then by the time they would bring it down, they're already covered again. So I think passing was a huge key, and traveling and just the balls getting out of bounds has been huge. The turnovers for Loyal, and Assumption's really capitalizing off that. Jessie Grundhofer having a huge night with Emily Bone in foul trouble early. That's really been the key difference, is her stepping up.
Yeah, and something that we saw that you pointed out is that Jessie Grundhofer got called for that travel early on in that first half. She came back, read the pass perfectly, as they have a handful of times on those cross-court passes against this press, and Jessie Grundhofer getting the job done. She's got 8. Ayanara with another huge half. She's got 14. She had 22 last night in the first half against Greenwood, and 18 minutes left to decide this one here in Wisconsin Rapids. Loyal will start with it left to right, as you watch online. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in for this regional final. Assumption and Loyal. 3-pointer, Parashik misses. Bone with a nice rebound, kept it high. That's what you got to do when you're 6'4". And Emily Bone doing a nice job. As if you're looking right now and you don't see the student section for Assumption, they switch sides. We'll show them in a second to be on the offensive side for Loyal. Grundhofer with it, down to Emily Bone. Bone, good footwork, right hand, up and in. Emily Bone with 4. And if she can do that, catch it as deep as she did, and it's 29-11. Savannah Schley, one-handed pass, no look pass. Lidner gets blocked, and man, oh man, Emily Bone. Again, she might not agree with it, but when she puts her hands up as high as she does and comes down on the shooter, that's an easy call for the officials when you're so much taller than everybody else. First free throw rims in. Lucky there for the Loyal Greyhounds, who again are just 2 of 8 from the line in the first half. Second one is up, and it is perfect. 23-19. Ayanara with it. Again, don't forget, stick around for our post-game show. We'll have an opportunity to talk to the winning coach and our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game. Bone right hand up and in. Again, too easy. If she stays out of foul trouble, she will have one heck of a game here tonight. Pass up to Parashik, excuse me. Savannah Schley with it. Good dribble there. Again, just put your hands up, and that's what Emily Bone did there. And a nice rebound by Emily Bone.
Emily Bone really playing up to her full potential tonight.
And that's one thing that she's got to do, especially when Loyal is going to run right into her. Just put your hands up. There's nothing else you need to do, especially when you're so big. Jessie Grundhofer for 2. Coming into the second half, the message must have been post. And Assumption doing well here to start the second half, up by 20.
Yeah, and you see them come out right away, up big. They come out with their bigs out, obviously there's a message there.
Ionara with it, steps through. She gets stopped. Left hand can't get it to go. Caitlin Linder comes away with the rebound. Up to Schley on the right side. Swings it all the way around. Linder with the floater right hand, and she's going to get fouled on the release. And she'll go to line for two. Caitlin Linder to line. 15:44 to go.
Yeah, that student section get really loud. I mean, I can barely hear you, and you're right next to me.
Yeah, that's what we that's what we like to see. That's one thing that we miss tremendously from fans, students. Good crowd here. I mean, a lot of loyal fans making the trip, and obviously the Assumption faithful, and then all of you watching online. We can't thank you enough. We can't thank our sponsors enough that allow you to sit back, relax, and watch some sit back or let you watch these games for free during these crazy, crazy times. Kristen Casey with it. 15:30 to go. Back over to Kristen Casey. Swings it around to Ionara. Ionara back over to Emily Bone. Bone over to Ionara. Ionara top of the key. One-handed pass over to Sammy Nelson. Nelson back over to Ionara. Emily Bone again playing with 3 fouls. Grundhofer with it. Spins to baseline. Throws it up there. And how in the world did Jesse Grundhofer get that one to go in? She's got 12. Man, oh,
where was this all season?
And that is what, and that's the friendly bounces you get at home. Savannah Schley goes in, and the foul called on Emily Bone before the contact was made. Again, there's not much you could do. I mean, there's not much she can do except just step out of the way or try and take the charge. Savannah Schley to line for 2 free throws. Emily Bowen picks up her 4th with under 15 to go. McKenna Schley checks back in for Loyal. This is a time that Loyal needs to take full advantage and see what the Royals come out with here with their center on the bench with 4 fouls. 35-16, Assumption on top. Ionara with it over to Sammy Nelson, flying high as Sammy. Back over to Kristen Casey, down to Jesse Grundhofer, gets double teamed over to Youngworth on the right side. Back over to Kristen Casey. Dribbles out of it, back over to Sammy Nelson. Nelson over to Ionara. Down to Jesse Grundhofer, getting pushed by Bremer. Right hand can't get it to go. And taken away by Schley. Savannah Schley across the timeline, working against Ionara. Good crossover there. Into Bremer. She goes baseline. She's going to get fouled. And a frustration foul there on Jesse Grundhofer as Kylie Bremer will go to line for 2. She averages 8 points, or just under 8 points a game, as Kayla Kirkman gets ready to check in. First one for Bremer is back bracket and no good. Kayla Kirkman checks in for Sammy Nelson.
And free throw shooting being a big factor for Loyal. They're just not knocking these down.
Saw in the first half 2 of 8. Assumption just 2 of 6 in the first half. Second one for Bremer is left way short. Offense rebound taken by Caitlin Linder. That's a trouble spot for Assumption tonight as that one's blocked by Grundhofer, gets pushed out of bounds, and off the foot of Kylie Bremer. Malia Colo checks in with 13:57 to go. Grundhofer checks out. Bremer checks out. 19-point lead for the Royals. Ionara running the offense for Assumption. Ainara over to Kristen Casey on the right wing. Back over to Malia Colo. Over to Izzy Youngworth. Down back to Malia. She got held on her cut. And a foul on the Loyal Greyhounds. Foul goes on Aspen Hagen. Again, the winner will head to sectionals next week. Opponent and location to be determined tomorrow. The Royal Panthers lost to Highland earlier today. Royal was a favorite out of this sectional. Kristen Casey steps in, back over to Kayla Kirkman. Pull-up jumper for Kayla, too strong. Ball's on the ground, and Loyal comes away with it. Savannah Schley pushing it up. She goes coast to coast, gets bodied by Izzy Youngworth. And another team foul on Assumption. That's already number 5 here in the half. So Royal was Zika Steuben and Alma Center Lincoln, all number 1 seeds with Assumption. And Royal already lost as Caitlin Linder travels with it. Mike Reith not pleased here tonight so far. His team down 19 as they had a big second half last night against Columbus. It was 20-15 at halftime. They ended up winning 52-28, only giving up 13 points in that second half. Back over top of the key, swings it around. Kendall Dillman with the floater, left short, rebound taken by Loyal. 19-point lead for Assumption, poked away by Kayla Kirkman. Down goes Savannah Schley, great pass, Izzy Youngworth left hand up and in. Great ball movement for the Royals, and great pass there by Kayla Kirkman. Again, Assumption's got to be smart. They've got, and an over and back. And it's going to stay with Loyal as Savannah Schley did not have her whole body or all 4 parts across the line. 37-16. Swings around to McKenna Schley. Schley with it now. Oh, nearly poked away. Did it get touched? It did not. And it'll stay with, or it'll go back to Assumption. Things not going Loyal's way here tonight. Timeout taken by Coach Klein. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside, come back to Wisconsin Rapids right after this.
When you want to win, you look for an expert. When you want an expert to look after your vehicle, you do the same. Sherrill Tire and Service Center will treat you with respect and remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you understand what you need.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Assumption 37-16. Royals on top, and as Kevin and I were just talking about during the break, that the passes for Loyal have just not quite been crispy enough. Or crisp enough, not crispy, crisp. I guess crispy too, why not?
Crispy bacon, who knows?
Huh?
Crispy bacon, who knows?
As Kylie Bremer checks back in for Loyal. 37-16, 12:23 to go. Again, as we believe right now, as a 5-second call on Assumption, just did not execute the out-of-bounds play well enough. Took way too long. But as we believe right now, the sectionals will not be played here, but again, all depending on what happens tomorrow in the seating meeting and depending on what happens in Wazeeka Steuben tonight, as well as Alma Center Lincoln. Because again, Highland Cardinals taking down the Royal Panthers earlier this afternoon by 20 points. Royal, again, the favorite out of the sectional. Linder with it. Emily Bone checked in during the last dead ball, and she comes away with the rebound. 12 minutes to go. Cooking with gas with Emily Bone on the floor with 4 fouls. Ionara steps through, and she's going to get called for the travel. Another turnover on Assumption. 11:55 to go here in the ball game. Again, don't forget, stick around for our post-game show. Have an opportunity to talk to the winning coach and a player of the game. One-handed pass up to Aspen Hagen. Again, Loyal already in the bonus if they can get to the line, and they will. So Loyal is in the bonus the rest of the basketball game with 11:41 to go, and Ionara picks up her second foul. Obviously, you don't want to be in foul trouble, but the way that Loyal has shot free throws tonight, sometimes might be better off. Just got to box out. First one for Schley is good. 37-17. Independence up 25-17 on Alma Center. What was that other score, Kevin?
It was Wazika 31,
Steuben up
Lafarge
6.
25.
All right. And a turnover going back to Loyal. So good. Independence would be a big win over Alma Center. And that would just leave 2 number 1 seeds if Assumption can hold on here to a win. Savannah Schley hands it off to Lindner. Kicks it around over the left wing. Back over to Schley. She goes baseline and lays it in. We're not done here yet, though. Timeout taken by Coach Reith. We'll be back to Wisconsin Rapids right after this.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Scores from around the area. Neelsville now up on Osseo Fairchild just like that, 37-35. Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln on top. And we have Wazika Steuben on top. As confusion now at the table. There were no substitutions during that timeout. They had to make sure that everybody is where they needed to be. 37-20 here left in the ball, 11-10 to go in the ball game. 17-point lead for Assumption. Obviously not done yet. A lot of basketball game left. Ionara picks up her dribble over to Emily Bone. Bone looking down to Grunhofer, over to Ionara. Ionara back over to Grunhofer, right wing. Shot fake, gets into the lane. She steps through. She's going to get fouled. And are they going to? Nope. Foul on the floor. Foul on the floor. They pointed down, but that is a foul on the floor. And now the officials are going to talk about it and converse, and it's going to be foul on the floor. Again, that's what you like to see. I mean, 2 officials calling a foul, making sure that it was not an and one. Into Grunhofer over to Emily Bone, and through the legs of Emily Bone, ball's on the floor, and it's going to be a timeout for Assumption. It's going to be if it's a 30-second timeout, we'll keep it right here, and it looks like it is. As JBC Screen Printing and Embroidery. At JBC Screen Printing and Embroidery, our specialty is custom apparel. Since 2008, JBC Screen Printing and Embroidery has been family-owned and operated with competitive pricing, no minimum order, and quick turnaround time on your order. Call JBC Screen Printing and Embroidery at 715-743-3113 or visit on Facebook to begin your next custom apparel order today. Last time we looked, 38-35 Neillsville. We also had a lead for Auburndale over Iowa Scandinavia, the regional final over there. Ionara takes it. She's going to let it fly. Can't get that one to go, and a rebound taken by Loyal. Not quite halfway through the second half. Savannah Schley, another good crossover, steps through. She's going to get fouled by Jessie Grundhofer, and now Jessie with 3 fouls. Malia Cola with 3, Emily Bone with 4. It's a struggle that Assumption has had all year. Has been foul trouble. 10:31 to go, just a 17-point game. Schley's first one is left short. Schley had been perfect here in the second half from the line. Now 4 of 5. Second one is up and good. 5 of 6 here in the half. 37-21. 10.5 to go. A lot of stoppage. Assumption already with 8 team fouls. Right side, Nelson. Sammy Nelson pushed it over to Jessie Grundhofer, down to Emily Bone. Right hand, she gets fouled. Counted and one! Emily Bone with a strong take. And there is an and one for the Royals. Good strong move by Emily Bone. 39-21, 10:13 to go.
You know, Emily Bone really playing like the future collegiate athlete she's going to be.
Emily's and one is perfect. Shoots 63% from the line, averages 8.5 points a game. And Emily Bone had something come loose. Band-Aid or something. 40-21, 10-10 to go in the ball game. Kylie Bremer with it now at the half-court line. Swings around to Caitlin Linder. I hope you can hear that student section. It is awesome to hear. Swings around, back over to Schley. Schley goes baseline down to Bremer, and out of bounds staying with Loyal. Again, Emily Bone's got to be smart. She's got 4 fouls, and Coach Klein just said the same thing. Not quite halfway through the second half. Again, if you're Emily, just stick your hands straight up as Kristen Casey knocks that one out of bounds with 9:51 to go. Again, we'll have boys basketball on Tuesday. Regional quarterfinals around the state. Sectional semis take place on Thursday. Sectional finals on Saturday. The hockey postseason finishing up next week. Right here in Wisconsin Rapids, actually. Right over near the Lincoln High School. The ice over there. Emily Bone, right hand. Left it short, poked away by Bone, recovered by Ionara. Boys and girls state championship will take place. There's Grundhofer, left open, three-pointer, knocks it down. Jessie Grundhofer for 3. And it's 43-21 Assumption. A big shot for the Royals. As Schley across the timeline. Swings it around, stolen away by Kristen Casey. Jessie Grundhofer tried to save it as it was out of bounds. Tried to toe the out-of-bounds line. 9:03 to go. Assumption up 22. Swings around over to Lindner. Kicks it over to Schley. She goes baseline. She gets pushed by Youngworth. That's going to be Izzy's third. Grundhofer with 15. Ionar with 14. Bone now with 9. Schley back to the line for a 1-and-1. McKenna Schley checks back in for Loyal. Again, Division I, Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln hosting Eau Claire North. Wausau West hosting Hortonville. Medford. That one is off the mark. Rebound taken by Izzy Youngworth. Medford is at Merrill tonight. Again, Medford knocked off Mosinee. Division III, Amherst is hosting Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Aquinas is hosting Prescott. And then, of course, Neelsville and Osseo Fairchild. Division IV, Edgar is hosting Marathon. And Auburndale hosting Iola Scandinavia. Jesse Grundhofer, good take. Man. Royals getting the job done in the post here in the second half. Schley with it now, 45-21. McKenna Schley up and going to lay it in. Good basket there. And it's 45-23. Division V, Athens is hosting Rib Lake. Allman Bancroft hosting Lord's Academy. Youngworth on the right side. Got Alma Center Lincoln hosting Independence. We had a score from there with Zika Steuben hosting Lafarge. Ayanara steps through. Euro step up and in! Ayanara again. Her first points here in the second half. She's got 16. Also, as mentioned, Highland beats Royal earlier today. McKenna Schley over to Savannah Schley. She steps in, right hand up and off the backboard and in. Savannah doesn't want to see her career come to an end. Good pass up ahead by Kristen Casey. Let the defender fly by and lay it in. Savannah Schley with it now, 49-25 Assumption. Steps through and going to be fouled on by Jessie Grundhofer. That'll be her fourth with 7:18 to go. So Grundhofer with 4, Bone with 4, and Malia Kola with 3. And a timeout taken by Mike Reith. We'll be back to Wisconsin Rapids after this.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Scores from around the area. Wazika Steuben up 13, Auburndale up 6, Medford up by 6, Hortonville up by 20 on Wausau West. Edgar leads Marathon by 13. So appreciate Dan Ross and all of the fine folks commenting and tuning in here tonight. Savannah Schley, 2 free throws, hits the first one. (49-26). Second one is up and it is good. Full court press put on by Loyal. Down by, 22 now, 49-27. Ayanara with it. Over to Kristen Casey. Jessie Grundhofer left wide open, and she's going to get fouled and go to line for 2 more. Jessie Grundhofer to line for some free throws. So some big scores around the area. Edgar, of course. Marathon got a nice win, 38-36 last night against Crivets or Crandon, or got a win last night to obviously reach it here tonight. Wazika up 15, so Wazika Steuben will head to sectionals and will have a #1 seed. We'll see where everybody is ranked tomorrow when they reseed the sectionals. Kristen Casey with that on the right side, over to Ayanara. Again, Royal lost. Wazika Steuben up big. Alma Center. Lincoln was down to Independence earlier. Down to Bone, right hand up and can't quite get it to go. That one's just a bit too strong. McKenna Schley with it. Again, Assumption, if there's one thing Assumption can clean up, it's obviously their fouling. Up 50-27 with 6:20 to go here in the regional final. Assumption up big. Savannah Schley with it now. Savannah has had a fantastic second half. Pull-up jumper, Lindner. Got it. Nice shot by Caitlin Linder. She's got 3 all here in the second half. 6 minutes to go. 50-29. Into into Bone. Grunhofer lets the 3 fly and knocks it down. Jessie Grunhofer having herself a fantastic night. She's got 21. Hitting those top of the key 3-pointers. That one got poked away by Bone, and it's going to stay with the Royals as Bremer checks in for Loyal. Sammy Nelson checks in. Kayla Kirkman checks in. As Kayla Kirkman will not check in. Miscommunication. Coach Klein laughing with Kayla on the sideline. A couple of Greyhounds running into each other. Schley takes it all the way, steps through. Good move by Savannah Schley. And that's all that Emily Bone could do. Savannah's got 22. Ionara with it now. Kayla Kirkman now getting ready to check in. Kristen Casey over to Sammy Nelson. Casey over to Ionara. Looking down to Jessie Grundhofer. Emily Bone into Jess. She steps through, right hand, up and in. Grundhofer with 23. And the Royals lead 55-31. Well on their way to extending this season. Lindner, 3-pointer, Caitlin Linder for 3. Under 5 minutes to go, 55-34. And a foul on the drive. From what we told, again, so at the conclusion of the game, no matter what, they will have the plaque ceremony immediately. Have the plaque ceremony immediately, and then we'll have an opportunity to talk to a winning coach and a player of the game at the conclusion of the ceremony. So we will, as soon as the game is concluded, Jessie Grundhofer will go to the line for 2 more free throws. As soon as the game is over, we'll keep it here for that ceremony, and then we will step aside, have our Valley Communities Credit Union post-game show, and then we will have an opportunity to talk to a winning coach and a player of the game. Jessie Grundhofer to the line for 2. First one is perfect. Not as many scores, obviously, here tonight for Assumption, but the ones that have scored have gotten it done. With Grundhofer with 24, working on 25, and it is good. Ionara with 16. Down to Bremer. She's going to lay it in. And timeout, a mask of violation. Bremer has 2. Again, got to give my hats off to Emily Bone here tonight. She came in with about 12 and a half minutes to go in the game, and she did a fantastic job being smart and not fouling. And Sammy Nelson will now have an opportunity at free throws, 1-1 coming up for the senior.
Yeah, and Emily, she really, she gave up that one basket right underneath. But, she kind of had to. She didn't want to pick up that 5th foul and get herself disqualified. So she's doing a really good job on defense as she just subs out now.
Jessie Grundhofer and Emily Bone sub out for which could be their final time as Royals here in Wisconsin Rapids, depending on how all the reseeding meeting goes tomorrow. But if it is, what a career for the Assumption Royals seniors here in Wisconsin Rapids on this basketball court. 57-36. Again, ball game not over, and a foul and 1. Maria Hartley will pick up the foul, and Aspen Hagen will go to line for +1. 21-point game, and a timeout taken by Coach Reith. A 30-second timeout. We'll be back to Wisconsin Rapids right after this.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Neelsville 46, Osseo Fairchild 40. The Neelsville Warriors heading to sectionals. Auburndale got by Iola Scandinavia, and more scores to come here at Zaleski Sports as we finish up the regional finals. Now it's going to be blocked, and Bremer offensive rebound, and Bremer will go to the line now on the 2 free throws. Foul on Maria Hartley. First one for Bremer is up, and it is good. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and now in Spencer. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. Bremer 2 for 2 from the line. And Malia Colo finishes. Good pass, good finish. Royals up 59-40. Kind of slide into Bremer. Good move on Kirkman. She traveled but got fouled on the floor during the process. And now Bremer will go back to the line. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Again, mentioned these two teams have met 10 times previously. 2012-2013 regional final, the 2014 regional final, 2015 sectional semifinal, 2016 sectional semifinal, then the 2014, 15, 16, 17, and 18 Cranberry Classics. The last time these two teams met in 2019, they Loyal had beaten Assumption 59-56. Loyal won state back in 2017. Lost to Tri-County in the regional semifinal. Lost to Tri-County in a regional semifinal in 2018. Lost to Edgar in 2019 and lost in a sectional semifinal last year to Clear Lake. And with 3:40 to go here, it looks like they will once again fall to the hands of the Assumption Royals in a regional final. Kendall Dillman with it, just trying to run out some clock here tonight. And the trophy will stay here in Wisconsin Rapids, as won't have to go far, as Joe Grundhofer had it in his hands, or excuse me, Joe Burkhauser had it in his hands before the game tonight. Leah Colo kicks it back over to Kirkman. Hartley. Over to Dillman. Back over to Malia Colo. Awards and Awards, your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More is also the proud sponsor of Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month. Visit Awards and More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order today. As got some free throws coming up for Malia Colo. Again, if it is our final broadcast here from Wisconsin Rapids Assumption, we can't thank the folks here in and at Assumption, Joe Burkhauser, the IT staff, Coach Klein, Coach Weisenbeck from the boys team, and a foul on Kendall Dillman as Caitlin Lindner will go to line for 3 free throws.
Looks like Loyal starting to sub in everybody from the bench now.
And with 2:42 to go, we will go through the seniors for Loyal. They will bring in 5. As they will do that after the second shot, because there's 3 coming for Lindner. Second one is good. They bring in 4. They send out Savannah Schley, McKenna Schley, Aspen Hagen, and Kylie Bremer. The 4 for the Greyhounds. They will have 1 more coming in just a moment. But we will see if Coach Reith, he gives Savannah Schley a big hug, and that might be it for the senior, Kylie Bremer. As Caitlin Lindner gets a big hug for Coach Reith. Never an easy time here at the end of your senior campaign. 59-43, Assumption on top. And Sammy Nelson has it. Across the timeline with 2:35 to go. Can we go through those seniors for Loyal? Got Caitlin Lindner, Savannah Schley, and Kylie Bremer. Again, they've only got 3 of them. 3 very, very good ones. But to have a core like they've got coming back could be dangerous in the Clover Belt East next year and the postseason. Sammy Nelson with it. 2:05 to go. As the Assumption Royals, with 2 minutes left, up 59-43. Maria Hartley mishandles that one, and the Royals will dribble it out. Again, stick around for the trophy presentation and the Valley Communities Credit Union postgame show. We'll have an opportunity to talk to Coach Klein and our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game and senior as Malia Colo tackles Alyssa. And it's going to be out of bounds to Assumption. We've seen that a lot in the boys' games this year. Very physical. See if Coach Klein will bring up Jesse Grundhofer at the conclusion of this one. Jesse having a career night. And as Morgan Reichel will check in, as well as Casey Schultz and Sadie Donahue, as Sammy Nelson will go to the line for 2 free throws, or excuse me, 1 and 1 for the senior. Casey Schultz, Morgan Reichel. Casey Schultz will check in for Sammy Nelson if Sammy can hit a pair of free throws. But the Assumption Royals season will continue as Kayla Kirkman poked that one away. Still fought for with it now. Brecht. Parashek with it. Swings it around the left side. 1:10 to go. A lot of contact again. Sammy Nelson pushes it up to Kayla Kirkman on the far side. Swings it all the way around. Back over to Kayla Kirkman. Bodies them up. Kirkman picks up her dribble. Coach Klein says, let them play. They got to play. Under a minute to go. Assumption 59, Loyal 43. As they got the job done in the first half, finished it big in the second half. Those 6 or 7 minutes that, or maybe 6 minutes that Emily Bone was able to stay in the game, not pick up that 5th foul, and help her team, help the seniors get this regional final win, was the biggest 6 minutes of the game here tonight. 25 seconds to go. As Loyal Student Section says thank you to their 3 seniors. With 15 seconds to go, Kayla Kirkman has it now, and the Assumption Royals will head to sectionals next Thursday. We will have Assumption Royals basketball for you on Thursday in sectional semifinal action. Location and opponent to be determined tomorrow night. The Royals win it 59-43 over the Loyal Greyhounds here tonight. We will send it over to Phil Hartley for our postgame festivities. Again, Royals win regional finals here tonight over the Loyal Greyhounds 59-43.
I'd like to present the regional championship plaque to the Assumption Royals. Congratulations, Royals.
go. Team from Wisconsin Rapids Assumption that was picked to finish second to last in the Merriwood South Conference this year. Regional final champions. And they will head to sectionals next Thursday. We're going to take a quick break here from our friends over at Valley Communities Credit Union and get you ready for our post-game show. Again, 59-43 Royals over the Loyal Greyhounds.
Want free? Really free rewards checking? We got that. Need a mortgage? Fast and local, which we actually keep?
We've got that.
Want debit card control at your fingertips? Turn it on or off from your smartphone.
How about real-time transaction notifications too? We got that.
At Valley Communities Credit Union, we've got that, and you can get it too. Call or visit any of our 5 locations to talk with a VCCU team member today.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Citizens State Bank of Loyal is your independently owned community bank with locations just a short drive or walk from where you work and live. Citizens State Bank of Loyal invites you to a banking relationship that will always put you first. Personal, business, and agricultural services provided by people that live just across town and around the corner. At Citizens State Bank of Loyal, we pride ourselves in our involvement in the communities we serve. See us today in Neelsville, Marshfield, Spencer, Granton, and Loyal. Citizens State Bank of Loyal, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to Assumption as the Assumption Royals get a big regional final win here tonight over the Loyal Greyhounds, 59-43, with Assumption Royal head coach Ryan Klein. Coach, you guys came out quick again tonight, getting a quick early lead and extending that throughout the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it might not have reflected it in the score, but there was a battle going on. I mean, they were a physical team, and, you know, we have some size that, doesn't shy away from being physical. And then Ainara had an amazing game again, too, in the first half. She was great for us. So congrats to the girls. It's a well-earned regional championship right there.
And just talk about those about 6 or 7 minutes in that second half when you brought your starters back in, Emily with 4 fouls. How big those 6 minutes were that she was able to stay in and not pick up that 5th foul?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of composure out of our, starting lineup and, some of the upperclassmen there. So that's huge. It's been a tough year to really get in a rhythm and improve while playing games. But I feel like in the last 2 nights, our girls really got to taste that, where they're out there competing and, even though they might be making some mistakes from time to time, they're improving from that. And, I think we've got some better basketball still in us. So hopefully we'll keep rolling.
And obviously you don't know where you're playing. You don't know who you're playing. All that's figured out tomorrow. But what is the mindset going in to next week that you have the opportunity to extend your season?
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to enjoy it. Enjoy it and get better. So I appreciate you guys. I know there's a lot of people out there. This might be the last time at Assumption, and there's a lot of people out there that get to watch the game because of you guys and the sponsors and all that. Seriously appreciate it.
Well, we'll be with you on Thursday wherever you are, whoever you're taking on. We'll see you on Thursday.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. And all right, we're going to take a quick break and come back and talk with our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game, Jesse Grundhofer, right after this.
Want free? Really free rewards checking? We got that. Need a mortgage? Fast and local, which we actually keep?
We've got that.
Want debit card control at your fingertips? Turn it on or off from your smartphone.
How about real-time transaction notifications too? We got that.
At Valley Communities Credit Union, we've got that, and you can get it too. Call or visit any of our 5 locations to talk with a VCCU team member today.
Yeah, that one, yeah. There you go. That's where I left off.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free, that's right, Free delivery on every order from HewittsMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
All right, Jess, finishing up your interviews here. Hello. All right, welcome back to Assumption. Jesse Grundhofer with us, our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game. Jess, obviously, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big win tonight, heading to sectionals. Just talk about your performance in the second half, 25 overall. Just talk about how good it feels to get a win here tonight.
Well, I mean, a lot of the mistakes we made the first half, we really focused in on them at halftime, and we were able to execute and fix those mistakes, lessen the turnovers, lessen the little things. We really focused in on the little things, our defense, our rebounding. We made sure to give the last effort, and I think it really showed in the second half.
And jumping out to that quick first half lead like you guys did last night, how important is that, obviously, to get that lead and then extend it right before halftime like you guys did?
For sure. Well, we knew that we needed to come. Loyal's a great opponent. They're a great team, and we knew that we needed to come right away, put it on hard. It's super difficult, especially in a playoff atmosphere, to get down right away and to get back up, so we knew that we had to give it our all at the beginning, and we did.
and just talk about 12 minutes or so left in the game. Coach put all the starters back in. Emily had 4 fouls. You ended up with 4 fouls. How important was that in that 6-minute stretch? That you guys able to keep your composure, get the ball down low, and really put this game away?
Yeah. Well, we knew that this could be one of the last games we play on this court, and we wanted to give it our all, especially some of the seniors. It's the last time we're going to play with some of the juniors, the sophomores, some of the freshmen. So we really wanted to make it special and work really hard and give all of our effort. Extending your season now at least a couple more days. Just talk about how nice it is to be able to extend your senior year. Oh my gosh, this year has been so crazy that I can't take anything for granted, especially these games. So every game I get is just a blessing, and I'm so happy I get to play with these girls. Every game I get to play with all my friends is just great, and I'm just so happy that I can keep doing it. Perfect. All right, we're gonna put you in the house. Okay. Right? Okay. Do I hold it? Yep. Okay. 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 3, 2, 1. I'm Jesse Grundhofer, and I'm in the house. Thanks, Jess. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, with that, we're going to wrap things up here from Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. Again, if it is our final time here at Assumption, we can't thank you all enough for tuning in. Thank Joe Burkhauser. Thank everybody here at Wisconsin Rapids as the Assumption Royals, again, advance 59-43 over the Loyal Greyhounds. We will be with the Assumption Royals on Thursday next week. No matter where they are playing, we will be there for you to bring you live Assumption postseason basketball right here on Zaleski Sports. For Kevin, this is Steve May signing off from Assumption. Again, final score 59-43 Assumption. Moving on. Have a great, safe, stay warm, please, weekend. Happy Valentine's Day tomorrow. And until next Thursday, we will talk to you again from Zaleski Sports.